Talking about the Vikings here. The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe. Go follow.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Brendan, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
I know I was not going to say it yesterday, but I'm telling you, man, the Phillies are back, and they've made the Nationals look like chumps, dude. What's up, everybody? Eric, also known as Shard, here with the 302 Birds post-game show, and what a win, dude. Phillies win 13-3. They looked absolutely dominant. They looked like the team from the first half of the season. They looked back. They looked back to their normal selves, and this just looks very, very promising. Two back-to-back wins, two very great wins. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this series because they looked amazing. Got my buddy James on with me. What's going on, James, with the powder blue helmet?
What's going on? All I got to say is I know a lot of people are watching the Eagles, but talk about a football score-like game, 13-3. We scored a touchdown, 2 field goals. Nationals had a field goal tonight. It was like a football game out there tonight. But I'll tell you one thing. For sure, the stash is 2-1, and we'll get it. We'll dive deeper into the other stuff in a moment, guys. So yeah,
man, I'm really excited to dive into some of these topics. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to be talking about is Zack Wheeler, dude. Zack Wheeler looked absolutely dominant on the mound today. Only let up 1 run, which was a home run. But I mean, anytime your starter can go out there and look absolutely dominant on the mound and only let up 1 run. That's all you can ask for. Looking at his stat line, he goes 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, no walks, which is great. 2.72 ERA. He looked absolutely dominant. Didn't really use much of the bullpen tonight, which is great. We used Kerkering, Banks, and Lazar. Kerkering came in for 1 inning pitch, let up 2 hits, 1 run for a home run, 1 strikeout. Banks came in after him, 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs. And then Lazar looks absolutely amazing, dude. He's been in a couple times now. Eagles are 3rd and 17 on the Patriots. Sorry, guys. I'm watching the Eagles game below my screen here. Stay tuned for that, though, because Dalt's actually going to do a Eagles postgame show right after this. So stay tuned if you guys want to watch that. But Lazar came in, 1 inning pitched, let up only 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs. And his ERA right now, dude, is a 0.00. No earned run. He hasn't let up any earned runs, knock on wood, yet, which is absolutely amazing. Looking absolutely dominant, dude. So I'm really excited for that. But James, what did you think of Wheeler in the bullpen today, dude?
Oh, I know I was at the game. I was busy working, but from what I saw some of the game. What's the name? Wheeler looked just great today. He seemed like he's starting to be more locked in now. Seems like I know the pen allowed a couple runs, but I feel like tonight I think Wheeler is getting good at the right time, and I think he's showing himself to be a pitcher that can dominate in the postseason coming up in less than 2 months. And I'll say that it it couldn't have come at a better time for Zack Wheeler to have a good start, and we needed it, and especially with the races being kind of tight in both the standings. We'll get into that again in a little bit, but um, with everything being tight, well, kind of tight in the NL in the top three, and with other teams in the NL East trying to catch us, uh, I think this was a big statement win. Uh, like I mentioned on my video about that Walgreens team, the Walgreens Logo Nationals, they proved the Phillies really made a statement that they don't even belong in Major League Baseball, and it shouldn't even. The Montreal Expos should have stayed, you know. So I don't know. Eric. I'm just basing that off of them. The Nationals changing the name to Expos, but the Nationals are they're not even a good franchise ever since 2019. So yeah, that's just my point there. Hold up.
Oh, I'm on mute, but yeah, I mean, we absolutely own the Nationals. I I find it really funny. I don't have the picture of it anymore. I thought I had it on here, but there was a tweet that the Nationals had put out a while ago saying that like the Phillies are hard or easy to beat or something. And ever since then, they've had a losing record against us, which I think is absolutely funny. So so you know, I think it's funny that we own the Nationals. I mean, I know we pitched a no hitter last year against them. We pitched a shutout earlier this season against them. Um, so great to see that they're absolutely dominant against them. I think tomorrow is NOLA, if I'm not mistaken. Phillies probable pitchers.
Think so.
It's Patrick Corbin against Aaron Nola. So Patrick Corbin, the left-handed pitcher. He's 2 for 12 on the season, so not that great of a pitcher, knock on wood. 5.98 ERA, 97 strikeouts going against Nola. Nola's a right-handed pitcher, 11-6 on the season, 3.6 ERA, 138 strikeouts. So should be, I want to say it should be more sided towards Nola tomorrow, looking at stats. But we all know how Nola can be sometimes with his meatballs right down the middle. And the Phillies really honestly struggle against guys that have a 5+ ERA. They make them look like Cy Young winners. So we'll see what happens with that. But going into the next topic, next thing we're going to talk about, what about Weston Wilson tonight, dude? 10th cycle in Phillies franchise history. Looked absolutely dominant. Hit a home run, triple, single, double. I like if you want a game that shows that the Phillies are back and that the vibes are good, it's this game. Because like I was not going into this game expecting Weston Wilson, out of all people on the Phillies, to hit a cycle. I would have thought that like maybe like Rojas or Stott or Marsh, one of those guys would have been the first guys to hit a cycle. But Weston Wilson, dude, I really think he's going to give Marsh a run for his money, a run for his position, especially if Marsh cannot produce lately. I really think that he's going to give him a run for his money. And, like Joseph said here, I mean, yeah, they looked great. Granted, they played the Nationals, but like at the same time, you needed that. It's a confidence booster, especially you got this series and then the Braves coming up. So, I mean, like it's exactly what they needed going into the rest of this series. So, looking at the cycle for Weston Wilson, Weston Wilson got onto third base in the first inning off of Parker, got to second base in the second inning off of Rebalta, hit a home run in the seventh inning off of Rainey, and then he got the double in the eighth inning off of, I might be reading this wrong, but either way, he hit the cycle. So absolutely amazing to see. James, what did you think about the cycle?
Oh my goodness. I was on the way walking out. I think I was walking, I was past left field. Like I was around left field when it happened. And I'll tell you one thing. What a story. This is the up there with Christopher Sanchez as one of the best Philly stories of the season. Weston Wilson has been a great story, and it's funny. It's pretty funny and ironic that a guy with the name that starts with a W did it against a team that starts with a W. Isn't that very funny, Eric? That's very funny and ironic that Weston Wilson, a man who has been a great young story, a man who is the Phillies' future, and he proved it tonight. He proved that this could catapult him in being on the Phillies in 2025. And of course, we're still in this season, but Weston Wilson, what a great story that it was tonight. It was just great to see a Phillies player hit for a cycle. That's, I think, the second player. Wait a second. Isn't it the first? I think it's the first player to hit a cycle at Citizens Bank Park in 20 years, right, Eric?
Something like that. I know he's the 10th guy to do it in franchise history. So, I can't think of the last guy to hit the cycle. I'll look it up here while you're talking.
I think it was JT. JT did it in Arizona. I remember that. Remember that game when we lost? I remember that game when JT had that cycle, and then we lost, and it was like one of those crazy games. And then we won the next three after that. That was last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Hold on. I think the last one was JT. I just can't find it. It won't. Oh, yeah. JT, you're right. JT Realmuto last year, June 12th, 2023 in Arizona.
Yeah, but other than that, the last one at Citizens Bank Park was the very first year, and here we are in 20th anniversary this season. 20 years later, we finally get another cycle at the home in front of the home fans. Tongue twister. Yeah. So
right.
Nobody when he hit the cycle. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think it was 20 years since we last had one at home. I know we've had one recently, but I didn't know it's been 20 years since we had one at home. But
yeah,
anyway,
I didn't know either, honestly. But yeah, I found that tweet though. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up here. Just because somebody in the comments asked me to find it. Let me see. So it says, beating Philadelphia isn't as hard as Philadelphians say it is. And like I said, ever since this tweet, they have just been absolutely, absolutely terrible. So
listen.
I mean, you can see everybody here in the comments saying update the graphics. So
listen, when you talk about Washington sports in general, outside of hockey, we own them in all the other sports except hockey right now. So we own them in football, basketball, and baseball right now. So
right. So, but going into the next topic, next thing we're going to talk about, just because I don't want to take too long because the Eagles are almost done here. And I know Dalt's going to do his post-game show. Phillies runs for days, dude. Absolutely dominant. This is the first time since last Thursday that we didn't allow the opposing team to score in the first inning. So they held them to 0 runs in the first. They hit our team, the Phillies, hit back-to-back home runs in the first off of Bohm with a 3-run bomb, and then Nick Castellanos with a single for a 4-0 lead in the first, which is absolutely dominant. And after that, they keep producing. Looking at the line here, they score 4 in the first inning, 5 in the fourth, 2 in the seventh, 2 in the eighth. They didn't play the bottom of the ninth because there was no need to, but again, just absolutely dominant. And I know that they're playing the Nationals. I know the Nationals are a sub 500 team, whatever, but we don't make the schedule. You got to go out there and play who you play. And I think this was a very dominant statement win, honestly.
Yeah, I really think that the Phillies needed a few game stretch like this to catapult them and stay up top, because all of us Phillies fans, KJ, Dalton, everybody couldn't take us sweating in the collapse like this. We couldn't take it anymore, and I think these couple wins right here increase our chances of locking our Red October berth coming up in less than 2 months. And I know the job's not done yet, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm 95% sure the Phillies are making the postseason. We're about 19 wins away from 90 wins. We can have the same amount of wins as last season, and uh we could still make the playoffs with 9. We only need to really win 19 more games to even lock ourselves in. We could still make it in with 90 wins, Eric. I honestly think, my opinion, but yeah, a lot of different guys contributed tonight. Casty, um, Weston Wilson, Bohm. Who else and then there was one other guy that hit a home run tonight. I think it was it Turner? No, it wasn't Turner.
It was Wilson, Bohm, and Casty.
Oh, it was Wilson, Bohm, Casty. Oh. But anyway, sorry, I was just reacting to the Birds game. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I think, again, putting up double digits just shows a dominance. But going into the last topic, again, I don't want to take too long. I know Dalt has to set up here in a few minutes. 2 wins in a row, absolutely dominant. I mean, this is what you wanted to see. I saw a lot of people on Twitter. Ooh, did they just get a fumble?
Yep.
They got a fumble or a pick, something. Sorry, guys, we're watching the Eagles game while we're doing this. So we're diehard Philadelphia fans. So anyway, yeah, I mean, absolutely dominant wins. This is what you needed. You needed back-to-back wins, especially before the Braves series coming up. Do we play at home or Atlanta for that series? I think it's at home, right? Because it was home, then Atlanta, then home. Right? It's there. Of course it's there.
Yeah.
So, still, I mean, if we can win these games coming up, whatever. Need a confidence boost going into Truist Park. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But I'm really proud of this team for getting their heads out of their butts and winning these games.
Yeah. I'll say, ever since after that first game we got shut out against the Marlins, I mean, we catapulted up towards the top, and I must say we're I think the Phillies are just going to be just fine. It's just once we make the postseason, the team I'm most scared of, I'm going to say the LA Dodgers. My prediction to start the year was Dodgers over Phillies in NLCS, and the Dodgers are getting more healthy. So they even though we beat them 5 times, I'm still scared. I'm still kind of scared of the Dodgers right now, and but other than that, I think we can beat anybody else. But the Dodgers still kind of scare me, and even Arizona, and I have to put up there too. But anyway, 2 wins in a row. Mustache has a winning record. I love it, and of course we got double wins. So we got 3 double whammies going on at once. So, and a double Philadelphia sports win. So, what a night! Another good night in Phillies baseball. Another good night in Philadelphia sports in general. I mean, talk about it. We talk about how much Philadelphia sports needs nights like this, and talk about how much everybody that's fans in this podcast needs Philadelphia sports in general just to get its job done. But even more, getting to the Phillies, staying on track with the Phillies related, and I'll close it out by this. They got to just keep on winning these games against Washington. I'm fine with even 3 or 4, like I said. We just got to keep winning. A sweep would be nice, but just got to keep winning up to that Atlanta series, because Atlanta, Kansas City, and in Atlanta, it's not going to be easy. So,
yeah, but the thing with the Braves is, and I forget who just needed surgery. One of their starters needed surgery today. So they lost another starter, which I mean, I don't want to see any starters go down. I'd rather both teams be healthy and we're going head to head healthy to see who's better. But at the end of the day, I mean, it benefits us. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but that's all we have for you guys tonight. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because Eagles just won their game. So I know Dalt's going to hop on here with Jack. So stay tuned for that. Dalt's going to bring you an amazing Eagles post-game show and break down the game. So Phillies win 13-3. They play again tomorrow at 6:40. So looking forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. 4-game series against the Nationals. Wheeler was on the mound today. Nola's on the mound tomorrow. So should be a good pitching duel. But you got anything you want to add, James, or are we going to go ahead and close it out?
Anyway, yeah, guys, go Phillies, go Birds, of course. Nice doubles Philadelphia sports win overall tonight. I'm about to get off, and I got to eat something now, and I'll probably get off and watch.
You're on mute, man. You're on mute. So, all right, well, James' sound just went out, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the outro. Everybody have a good night. Enjoy this double Phillies win. Amazing to see. Everybody have a good night. Roll the outro.
The Titans!
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
I can't hear you. Podcast.